Welcome to Thread Therapy. Today we are going to learn how to make the rose granny. I could not find my pattern, so I'm making this up off the fly. So we'll see what happens. Put my little ball of yarn in a basket. Alright, so we're going to start with and I'm using smaller thread today, so I'm probably going to zoom in. We're going to start with a chain 6. Okay, and we're going to join that. Just like that. And I'm going to do a round of single crochet. I'm going to put, 12 single crochet in this loop. I'll do that and I will come back to it. Let me show you what the chart is going to look like. Okay, so the premise to the rose granny is, so you have a base, and then what you do, the petals of the rose are formed on loops. So you have your basic circle here, and then what you do is just make some loops, and then on the next row you're going to come in and work some crochet stitches in those loops that make your petals. And so the chart is going to look like this, so you get a better idea what I'm talking about. Let's just imagine that's our loop that we're working crochets into, and you know, a petal is going to start out smaller and get taller and then smaller. So you're going to start with a short stitch like a single crochet, then you're going to go into a taller stitch like a half double, and then just taller still. There's your double, there's your triple. Okay, so you went up in height on your stitches, and then you'll do like 3 triples, a double, a half double, and a single. So you have your uphill and your downhill, and that's how you make your petals. Okay? Okay, so I finished my 12 double crochet in the ring, and now we're going to start round 3, which is going to be making our foundation for our petals to go on. So I'm going to chain 1, and I'm going to single crochet in that very same stitch where I just came from. Okay, so you didn't really make any distance there, you just stayed in the same spot. Now I'm going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to skip 2 single crochets on my foundation and then single crochet into the next. Okay, and I'm just going to do that around. So I'm going to chain 3 more, skip 2, single crochet, chain 3, 2, 3, skip 2 stitches, single crochet in the next. Okay, and the last one, we're going to chain 3, but instead of single crocheting, we're going to slip stitch into that first single crochet that we did on this round, so you don't have extra single crochets there. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4 loops that we made out of our chain 3, and if it bunches up a little bit, that's fine, because you kind of want your petals to stand up anyway. Okay, so now we'll go to the actual petal round. Okay, so now we're on round 4. We're going to slip stitch into our first loop. Okay, and then what we're going to do in this loop, we're going to work single crochet, half double, 2 double crochet, half double, single crochet. So we're going up a hill and back down. All right, so I'm going to chain 1 in order to have me a starting chain for my single crochet. I'm going to do a single, I'm going to yarn over and do a half double. Okay, you'll see what we're doing here in a minute. I'm going to yarn over and do a double crochet. Going to do another double. Yarn over, do a half. And then single. All right, now I'm gonna pull my hook out so you can see what's going on here. You can move them around if you need to scrunch it up. All right, see how it goes up the hill and then down the hill? That's the curvature you want on your petal, okay? So we're gonna go into the next one. We're gonna do the same thing in the next loop. So we're going to do a single crochet in the next loop. All right, and then a half, and then two doubles, all right, we're at the top of the hill. Now we've got to go back down, so we're going to do that with a half, and then with a single. All right. See how our flower is starting to take shape? All right, and we're just going to keep doing that all the way around. So I'm going to do that and I'll come back when I'm finished. All right, now this next round is where it gets a little bit tricky. It's not really, but so we'll walk through it together. So let me tell you my game plan, okay? So what I'm going to do, we have to make the petals for the next round. And I want to add some extra petals so it'll give it a little bit of fullness. So we're going to work into the back of the petal we just made. And then we had skipped a stitch between the petals. We're going to work into that. So there'll be middle, side, middle, side. And I'll show you what we're doing as I go around, okay? So we got to make a base for our next round of petals. And I'm going to chain 5 this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, well, 5. There we go. And I'm going to anchor that. All right, watch what I do with my hook. All right, see, I'm putting it right, I'm coming from the back to the front in between those 2 double crochets on that petal. And I'm going to just do a single crochet. You won't be able to see it, but that's the anchor for our next petal. See? Easy peasy. And what it did, you went behind that in order to anchor the next petal. All right, so let's make one more anchor for the next one. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to go, that's our 2 petals. There was a single crochet we skipped. So I'm going to put my hook from the front to the back, right there, but I'm going to go into that single crochet that I skipped. And I'm just going to do another single crochet. All right, so we have 2 foundations for our next row of petals. All right, and it's all behind that first petal that we did. Now I could probably get away with just making a big chain and going all the way across, but that's going to look funny. It's not going to give me the fullness that I want for my flower. All right, so let's see. Let's do it again. Chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And remember, I'm coming from between these 2 double crochet and working a single. Like I said before, it's going to be hidden in those stitches there, so you can't see that anything's really stuck in between those double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm going into that skipped single crochet on the previous round. This will make sense to you here in just a few minutes, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Going in between those 2 double crochet again to anchor my chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm going into that skip stitch like I did previously. Work a single. Starting to make a little bit of sense now, huh? All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go between the two doubles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now I'm just going to slip stitch it to that beginning chain. All right, and that's round, what round are we on? 5.